Hi everyone, today we're at the Lane End Conference Centre in High Wycombe to review the Foundation Degree in Kitchen Design course. It's a 3-year course and we're going to be joined by some fabulous students who've basically given up their own time or their company have allowed them to come and do this in terms of investing in people to make them better designers. And we're going to be joined by some great people in terms of their own individual skills and experiences, where they're going to share that information today with you so you can make a decision whether it's the right course for you for the future, or perhaps you know somebody that you'd like to recommend to come on the course.
So this is called the Foundation Degree in Kitchen Design. It takes place at Buxton University in High Wycombe. It's a blended learning course, so it's aimed at people who are actually working within the kitchen industry, so you can work while you study. The course itself is spread over 3 years, part-time and distance learning. We hold 3 residential weekends a year where we have speakers and workshops and experts and visits and go to exhibitions and solidify the information that you've learnt through the year.
I've most enjoyed getting to meet everyone because there's so many industry experts we get to talk to and network with that when you're sitting in your normal job, you don't get the chance to do it. So people like Johnny Gray, Real Isted, I would never have the opportunity to sit down and have a conversation with them and meet them. Well, we've just done a marketing course, which has been amazing. I obviously got to look into your organisation a little bit on it, but it's been really, really helpful because I work for a small company and I've been able to actually use what we've learned in the marketing and put it into the business.
So we do specific modules on materials and technologies. So we explore the newest features and the newest technologies and materials that are coming onto the market. We also do specific design modules based around live projects and theoretical projects. We also have the theory context of design in general. So we're looking at a broader spectrum of design as well. We do project management and we do the sales and marketing as well. The course actually starts again at the end of September next year, so that's September 2020. You can go onto the Buxton University website in High Wycombe, or you can go to TKET, so the Kitchen Educational Trust actually has information there as well.
The residential weekends are really good. They get loads of guest speakers, really high calibre guys every time. Yeah, and the projects are fun as well, the design ones particularly, I like them. We were given, one of them we were given a room and we had to design a dynamic kitchen in the room. Quite challenging but interesting, and so we would present it to the group and they would watch and then we'd have to submit the presentation as well and it would be marked. And
I think one of the underlying purposes of this course is to give what I call the students something like what it's called design capital, like social capital. Give them stories to tell their possible future clients that the kitchen can be a much bigger idea than maybe they realise, like holding up a kind of mirror to what their clients want. Because this builds up trust with the client, it gives them power, it allows them to turn kitchen design into something special. You can't do that without knowledge, without education, without research, and also without developing some kind of attitude to what you're doing.
So what we cover specifically is the contract kitchen market in relation to the different tenures that you might have in a contract kitchen, and also the differences between a retail style kitchen and a contract style kitchen, just to give the students a different perspective from potentially what they're used to as working in retailers. When you're dealing with developers, there's potentially different aspects that you have to cover, and so we give the students an opportunity to practice designing with a different set of criteria from maybe what they're used to.
Ray's very talented at getting, for me personally, I find it hard to engage with what's going on, but Ray's very good at engaging people and keeping people's interest.
Nothing's more contagious than enthusiasm, you know that, and if you walk up to somebody and you say, how are you doing, everything, it almost transmits to you straight away. We've got a training session today, and what's that going to do to people? Going to send them to sleep, and because it's all part of drawing people into the session. They've already got some ideas of what it's going to be like, but you really need to shock them into thinking, wow. And the first opening 5 minutes of your presentation will engage people for the next hour at least.
Yeah, the only way you're going to fill this place up is by people understanding what it offers.
I've learned that I could do things that I hadn't expected I could do, and I could bring a different slant. So yeah, I've enjoyed the course because it has helped me challenge my assumptions, and it's also helped me think much more broadly about what goes into the design of the kitchen.
So this is about the spatial awareness and the customer's needs?
Some of that, but also about how we feel about being in kitchens, how we use them, how we work in them in a way that is design focused rather than focused on, just making them work for you because you have to.
The designer has to learn, and he gets it from the course, about how he can develop a relationship with that customer and how he can get their confidence, and they feel very comfortable by drawing them into their environment, and they know that they can give all the problems to that particular designer and they're going to get a fantastic kitchen. So it's all about getting to understand what the customer wants for a start, and then engaging with the customer to give them the confidence to put the project in their hands. The biggest hurdle is getting them to come into the studio. Once they walk through that door, you've got to really keep them in that door, because out in the big wide world there's so many other choices for them, and you've got to be pleased they've chosen you. And like the airlines say, they always remember you could always fly with somebody else.
No, it's really important that we meet together, because obviously the course is long distance learning, so every time we meet in February, June and September, it really helps to recharge and get a bit more excited about each module.
What sort of person do you think is the right person to attend this course?
Someone really open-minded, someone who is really passionate about design, and someone who really wants to push themselves to explore different materials, and
where it's just for cooking and working, and it's cut off from the rest of the house, and it's not a space for eating, and we'll talk about the reasons why.
It's been pretty interesting. We've had these two incredible speakers who have given us a lot about the history of the kitchen and about this new idea of social eating, and they're both academics and both of them are also community organisers. So I think we've had the perfect day for a kitchen design course. The third years are doing this project which is inspired by the RSA brief, Cultivating Community. And this is about taking kitchen design into a more public realm, almost into a kind of village hall. So we're reinventing kitchens into something called co-kitchens. And I think we are breaking new ground, and the students are finding it a bit of a struggle. We've had to be quite polite about some of their projects, but not in a negative way at all. They are taking risks. They're exploring much bigger ideas than purely how you arrange counters around the wall.